Hi, everyone. This is Marjorie and my husband, Dan.
Hi.
And we're on here because I had some questions that need to be answered. Not me personally. The questions are from viewers and friends that are interested in keto. So, first of all, if you're new here, would you please subscribe and ring the little bell right there, and you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video. And thank you. So anyway, the questions that I had from some people that are getting ready to start keto were really good. And you know, as Dan and I have gone along with keto, we've kind of answered these on our own. I've done a lot of reading in the last year and a half, and I try to stick to doctors and keto people that have been on for a long time that I really respect their journey. Okay, so I'm going to get right into it. And these are questions from a new subscriber with multiple comments from other subscribers that said they were interested in these questions. Okay, so enough about that. One of the questions was, well, she started by saying she couldn't eat anything except vegetables and meat and fish. So a lot of items in the grocery store, she said 95 to 98% cannot be eaten. As I read through her comment, I realized she's saying that based on what she's read or heard from so many other ketoers about things that you can and cannot eat. Keto is pretty simple from the standpoint that the golden rule is carbs under 20 daily. And artificial sweeteners are okay in my world and Dan's world, or stevia, which is a natural sugar substitute. You can get it liquid, you can get it powder. And another thing that and also ketostix and electrolytes. Those are critical. Whenever somebody asks me what is the most important with keto, that's bottom line to me. Carbs under 20 daily, and use the ketostix. Why? Because we love to see them purple. Well, that's part of our daily conversation, especially if we are worried because we've been on vacation for 2 weeks, and you know, you need to keep track of what's going on, and is your body burning its own fat? Okay.
I personally think men can go a little bit over 20. They don't have to necessarily, because I'm a lot more active than Marjorie is. I do, yeah, pretty much.
No exercise. Exercise is not required on keto. In fact, it can be detrimental if you are not used to exercising. Wait till you've lost weight.
On last Saturday at the Air Museum, I did I was at the Air Museum all day, and I did 17,000 steps with my Fitbit, on my Fitbit at least.
He's in charge of the ramp crew. What that means is the planes, the vintage airplanes that are giving rides, that are taking off out on the ramp. He's the one that's in charge because he used to be an air traffic controller. He's retired. So now, sorta. Yeah, and I'm nothing. I just sit around the house and decorate and have fun. But anyway, so let's get to the questions. She also mentioned, so back to the thing about a lot of stuff in the grocery store can't be eaten. I'm going to rephrase that for you. A lot of stuff in the grocery store should not be eaten on a healthy diet, whether it's a keto diet or any other diet. One of my favorite thoughts that I heard somebody mention is, why do you think Oprah invested in Weight Watchers? Because it was a good investment, because everybody gains the weight back. It's like The Biggest Loser. It's like all of those. And why is that? Because when you're trying to keep your carbs down, you're hungry all the time. If you aren't in ketosis, if you just cut your carbs way down, which is what Weight Watchers and many other places do, they say, oh, you can eat everything, just in moderation. Well, who wants a tiny little serving of pasta? How many times have you had that little serving of pasta or that little serving of ice cream and went back and had 3 more when nobody was looking? Yeah, been there. Mm-hmm. Okay, so you can eat everything. You can eat anything you want to eat on keto. Nobody is the keto police. You have to be your own keto police. She also said, and I really related to this and smiled. She goes, I don't think I literally can live without ice cream.
I thought that too. Yeah. Well, I thought
Every
that
night before dinner. Before bed, not dinner.
Marjorie actually didn't think I could do the diet because I was so addicted to bread. I mean, one of my favorite things that I'd make it every morning would be toast and some kind of yummy jam, blueberry or mango or whatever jam on top of bread. I'd make it different types of toast. A lot of Dave's Killer Bread, which is really delicious.
Okay, a strategy right here. We have our ground son is living with us for a little while, and also our grandson is up here in the winter working at the snow resort. So what we do... You said
grandson twice, you meant our son.
I meant our son and our grandson. And what Dan has done, which is very clever, is he buys bread for the boys, but they are young. They like the plain old ordinary white bread. Dan doesn't like... So he buys the stuff he doesn't like, and it's okay with them. They just want a sandwich. They don't care what kind of fancy bread it's on. So that allows Dan to not go for the stuff that would tempt him. All right. So my answer to I don't think I literally can live without ice cream. Oh, yes, you can live without ice cream. And you need to have stevia in your house or a sweetener, an artificial sweetener. You also need to have whipped cream. Heavy cream. Make your own whipped cream with your mixer, or buy the whipped cream in the cans that are very low carb.
One of the favorite things that I make at night, and Marjorie partakes of it almost all the time, is we do blackberries, and we don't do a lot. You can eat
like 6 or 8 on a plate.
Yeah, you can eat fruit that ends in berries or has berries in it. You can eat blackberries, blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, but you can't eat an entire container of it.
A quarter cup
a small
per day.
amount.
Yeah.
So if you eat like 6 or 8, or and then you put whipped cream on top of them, it's a great dessert. The other dessert that I love all the time is you get sugar-free Jell-O. Has 0 carbs, and you can have a bowl of that and, once again, whipped cream on top of it.
All right. And my grandson told me, because his mom's on keto also, she's lost 16 pounds, and he caught me in the fridge one day with the whipped cream nozzle in my mouth. Confessions.
You could catch you any day.
I said, "Oh my, Noah, you caught Grandma with the whipped cream." He goes, "My mom does it all the time." Sorry, Katie. Spilled the beans. Okay. The next thing is, she said, candy. She didn't eat much candy and bakery until last year. So I have a question. If you have a lot of weight to lose, you're going to love the keto. Well, this is not a question, it's a statement. You're going to love the keto diet because, number one, if you really commit to it for a week or so, you're going to lose those cravings for all of that. Your hunger is going to disappear. And a lot of times, until you're actually on a diet of any sort, how often do you feel hungry? Really, truly. I mean, only after you eat a bunch of carbs do you feel hungry. And what is it for? You're not craving more meat or more vegetables. You're craving more carbs. So yeah, once you get that carb out of your system, you're not going to be craving that.
One of the main things for me, the reason that I've only been on the diet for 3.5 months. I've lost about 23 pounds, maybe a little more. I'm not sure. I don't weigh myself every day. But the main thing that has kept me on this diet is really, I've never been hungry. If you are hungry, there's a million things you can eat. You can eat a Baby Bell cheese. You can eat
jerky.
Some jerky, some meat, some cottage cheese. You don't eat the whole container, but you can eat something that'll take the hunger away.
Technically, cottage cheese is not good for women or anybody trying to keep their carbs under 20. A small amount. However, there's an exception. One of her other questions was, how do we eat out? So I'm going to skip ahead to that part real quick because he mentioned cottage cheese. How do we eat out? We eat out all the time. We love to go and eat out. And I always try to order either a Cobb salad with extra blue cheese, no croutons if you're ordering a salad, and no tomatoes if you're really diligent trying to get into ketosis. I do eat some tomatoes once in a while, just little pieces. But sometimes we order a main entree, like we'll order a steak or
Or we ordered salmon
at the Cheesecake Factory. Herb-crusted salmon basted in butter with asparagus. And a lot of places, when they have mashed potatoes, baked potatoes, all of that, first of all, we always, when they say, we always say no bread.
Right.
No bread. Don't bring it to the table. And then if they, we ask them, is there a substitute? We don't want the potatoes. And they always offer cottage cheese or
vegetables.
Extra vegetables, steamed broccoli. We get that all the time. So we had the most delightful meal. Don't order the low-carb cheesecake. That's a mistake. Yeah, even though it's low-carb. Anyway, okay.
It's not that low-carb.
No. Little tip right there. So she also said... Oh, and I had mentioned in the last video about making mug muffins. You can make chocolate mug muffins. You can make mug muffins and slice them very thin. They're 90 seconds. You make them with almond flour, coconut flour. Slice them very thin, toast them, slather them with butter. There's so many things you can do. But and she also said tacos, pasta, and ice cream are going to be the hardest for her to give up. My husband makes a beautiful taco casserole that's so delicious, and it's in one of the videos. Just look it up. It's in one of the most recent videos with Dan.
It has ground beef. It has the topping has eggs and cheese on top of it. A lot of taco seasoning. Has cream cheese in with the ground beef. It's really delicious. I make a whole huge pan of it, and we're eating it for about 2 or 3 days usually.
She also mentioned that she doesn't like avocados. We put avocado or guacamole on top of lots of things, but if you do not like avocados, which by the way, that's sad because it's a very healthy fat, but there's a lot of other fats that are healthy. You can put sour cream on top of your taco casserole. When we go out to eat, I go to my favorite Mexican restaurant and I frequently order open-faced tacos, and I just eat everything off the top of the taco shell. And they pick up a plate with 2 empty taco shells. Or get fajitas. And, there's so many things. Just
The other thing that we've done when we were on vacation as well, you can go to McDonald's, for example, and they have their sausage egg McMuffin, 2 for $4, and you can just tell them you want it on a plate, and because if you don't tell them that, you basically can't eat the cheese because the cheese is attached, melts right into the English muffin.
The bun. If you just order it and try to throw away the bun, you lose your cheese.
You're losing your cheese. But if you order it just together, they'll put the cheese in the middle, and it's really good. You just eat it with a fork.
It is. I'm not trying to hurry him up, but my videos
Yeah,
I
you
try
are.
to keep. Okay. She also says that. And a very important thing, she says pasta. She's going to miss that. If you don't like the fake noodles, and if you don't like spaghetti squash or zucchini noodles, just don't go to an Italian restaurant. Don't fix pasta for your family. Do not. Just move on to something you love. Grill a steak. Have some chicken, and I make a soup with cabbage, which when it's cooked in the soup tastes just like noodles. It's so delicious. And she mentioned shopping, reading the labels, and she's so confused probably because she's been watching a lot of videos, which is smart. But be very careful about the ingredients in a lot of the videos or what different keto people eat. Basically, you're safe if you're eating meat, cheese, fish, chicken, any type of cheese, sour cream, your coconut oils. I make a bulletproof coffee in the mornings a lot of times. The important thing on labels and the ingredients when you're starting, carbs under 20. That's it. Read the carbs. You want the lowest carbs you can find. If you're eating a couple of tablespoons of something and it's got 2 carbs, you need to count that. You need to keep track, either on a paper, in an app, whatever.
Just get the app, get the Chronometer app, and you can add the food, and it tells you exactly. Well, it's not that hard at all. You just download the app on your phone, and it tells you exactly how many carbs you've had for the day.
Okay, and she said that she can't eat mayo. She's tried making it herself. Yeah, I have too. I don't do that anymore.
Yeah,
you
that's
know,
a problem.
keto Casey, yes, it's got soybean oil or canola oil. Yes, those are bad for you, oils. What's worse for you is sugar and all the carbs you've been eating. You can be pristine after you've lost some weight. If you are really serious about making a commitment to losing weight, you can do anything for a week or two. I mean, really, seriously. How important is it to you? And and also, the more weight you have to lose, the more you're going to love this diet. It is so easy after you get on it. That's one of Dr. Berg's famous comments is, if you see somebody that needs to lose a lot of weight, do you want to know the easiest and most delicious, simple way to lose weight?
And not be hungry.
And not be hungry. The keto diet. So basically, figure out your favorite foods, and those are the ones you focus on. If you like bacon and eggs, the keto dudes said in one of their podcasts that I was listening to,
Eat them for 2
bacon and
weeks.
eggs 3 times a day for
Yeah.
2 weeks. You know, by the way, you won't love bacon and eggs at the end of 2 weeks. But the point is, eat what you like. Because there are no carbs in bacon and eggs. I mean, negligible. I think an egg has a microscopic amount of carbs. But anyway, that's the point. And my video is up to 16 minutes, so I'm going to say goodbye. But I have a question for you. Why are so many people getting interested in keto? Here it is, February 1st. Could that be because all
Tomorrow,
those,
February 1st.
right, all of those New Year's commitments and all those people who started all the other diets are no longer sticking with those diets? This is a diet you can stick with for life because it's delicious. Okay, that's all I have to say. You got anything else to add?
No, not really.
Keep calm and keto on. Please leave a
Just
comment
stick with
below.
it. You won't get hungry.
You'll love it. He does, and I didn't think he could do it. Bye now.
Bye.